But she was at a point in her life where she was looking to make a change. She was in recovery. She had months of sobriety under her belt. And, you know, we really felt like she was at a point in her recovery that she wouldn't be a threat to our home.
Okay. Well, Sarah is adamant that she absolutely has no regrets whatsoever for turning Brooke and Jason into child services because she claims what she witnessed set off big alarm bells. And she says she should know because she's been there before. So we'll meet Sarah when we come back.
When I moved in with Brooke and her family, I became totally concerned about the welfare of their 7 children. I was concerned that her 5-year-old daughter was being sexually abused. I had no choice but to contact Child Services, and they were furious when I reported it. I do not regret calling Protective Services on them.
And later,
You've neglected your children so badly you don't even acknowledge it.
My children are loved. They are not in danger. They are thriving.
Are you done?
You have some nerve, Sarah. You have some nerve.
Monday.
I'm hot. Did anybody look at me when I came in?
Her mom and sister.
We're trying to figure out what's going on in your life.
I'm trying to tell you, darling, that's not a term of endearment.
Claim she's delusional.
2 gentlemen were grabbing me out of the room.
so you were abducted?
And facing felonies.
You were allegedly stealing a vehicle.
Why, Stephanie?
Oh, I'm just mimicking because I'm delusional.
Then on Tuesday, molested as a child by her own father.
You showed me videos.
It wasn't a big deal.
Showing her a pornographic video, well, that's a big deal.
That's Tuesday.
I feel that I've been totally betrayed by Sarah. Sarah believes that she did the right thing by calling the Department of Child Safety on us, but she is dead wrong. If Sarah won't say sorry for what she did, our relationship is going to be over.
Well, we just heard Brooke saying that she wants an apology from Sarah, the homeless woman she and her husband Jason rescued from the streets and invited into their home. Now, Sarah says she had no choice but to raise the alarm to Child Services after she witnessed signs of child neglect and serious sexual abuse.
2 years ago, my fiance and I fell on hard times and we lost our home. I actually left and found myself living on the street with him where we had no money and a tent. In order to stay sober, I knew I needed to leave my fiance and get off the streets. I had been living in a field for about a month before I met Brooke.
There was a homeless camp, and I had gone over and invited them to join us for church.
I was journaling in my tent, asking God for direction, what I should do.
So when she heard me invite them, that's when she popped out of her tent and said, "What did you say?"
I felt like it was a sign from God. Eventually, I moved in with Brooke and her family. After living there, I became totally concerned about the welfare of their 7 children. The children in the home often skip meals. Nobody watches them, and they play on their electronics all day long. Most of Jason and Brooke's children have issues with fetal alcohol syndrome and mental problems. I was concerned that her 5-year-old daughter was being sexually abused. I was concerned that it was her son that was behind the sexual abuse. I recognized child abuse because I was abused when I was little. I had no choice but to contact Child Services. Jason and Brooke were furious when I reported it. I do not regret calling Protective Services on them.
My 5-year-old, I'm explaining to her that she's going to have to do an interview with a police officer. She was crying and telling me no. That's scary.
Even I was neglected in their home. When I was recovering, I was left alone for 3 days. I thought they invited me into their home to take care of me. Brooke and Jason don't value my opinion because they think I'm just some homeless girl found on the street. I will not apologize for what I have done because I know that I made the right choice. I know that Dr. Phil will agree with me when I say, if you see it, say it.
Okay, you've been backstage listening to everything, right?
Absolutely.
First off, anything you want to say in response to what you've heard so far?
Absolutely. When I was in your home, you had no problem with me there, and now you're on a show. You're literally a show. You've neglected your children so badly you don't even acknowledge it. Everything I just saw on that television was a bunch of crap. You're too busy. You're too busy with everybody else outside of your home to see what's going on in your own home. If they have special needs, why are you putting them on the computers all day? You're neglecting them. Everybody else comes in your home, you neglect them. You don't even talk to them. You know what they need? They need your love. They need your attention.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.